Hey there everyone, welcome to the Uke Stuff channel. Today I just wanted to film a short video about a project we did with a couple of our students at our school. We have a parent school teacher organization that supports our school a number of ways, and in the spring they hold a big fundraiser and they auction off things, and one of the things they ask for are teacher experiences. And I thought about it, and I know that there's one school here in the Twin Cities that buys really cheap ukuleles. You know, they build your own kits and they build those with their students, and they do that as part of their summer experience. And I thought, what if we got the Ohana paint your own ukulele kits and offered that? So they're more expensive to start with, and then the PTSO adds some extra money on there so that they're raising funds. So we had a couple of kids sign up for that this year. This will be the first year of this, and I'm sure other students are going to want to do it in the future. But I wanted to show you those ukuleles and talk a little bit about them as well. So here they are right behind me. I'm not going to say names or anything, and I do not think that they are actually identified in by what you see. But both of the students, I worked with our art teacher, and both of the students decided to leave the ukuleles natural. I myself probably would have painted them or done a stain or something, but that's what they wanted to do, so they got to do what they wanted to do. And it's the concert scale Ohana Build Your Own Ukulele Kit, and they come natural, they're ready to be painted. I did have to tape over the fretboard and also tape where the bridge was going to be glued later. They come in a very plain Ohana box. They come with instructions and then all the hardware. I also put on kids colored ukulele strings on these. This one is for a fifth grader that's moving to sixth grade out of our school, and this one is for a fourth grader. Now I have my tuner with me, and I wanted to tune it up. These have just been strung up, so I expect them to keep stretching for a while, but just wanted you to hear them. Going to go out of tune right away, so just be aware of that. I did have to adjust for action. I'll talk about that in a second, but here's just a little demo. Kind of messed up there at the end, and then some for release. And it's actually holding tune pretty well right now. Now, some quick observations. One of the reasons I wanted to go with the Ohana is that the neck was already placed on the instrument. The bridge has sort of toothpicks that help you know exactly where it needs to go, and it was just less construction. I think it could be more paint ready. It still feels rough. It'd be nice if it was smoother so it was completely paint ready. I did have to adjust the action, and in the case of this one I had to both lower the saddle and the nut. On the other one, the other ukulele that the students painted, I only had to lower the nut. I also had to cut away a little bit of material between sort of the headstock plate and the slot for the nut on both to have the nut sit flat where it was supposed to sit. And the fretboards were super dry, which I oiled with lemon oil, so they're looking good now too. Otherwise, it was a pretty easy build. It was mainly painting it, and then today I put on the rest of the hardware. So I put on the bridge. I use both a combination of Titebond and some super glue. I put on the nut. I just used some Elmer's white glue with that. The bridge screws in, and then there's a little plate that covers it. It's not a very thick plate. It'd be nice if that actually sat into the bridge rather than just on top of the bridge, but that's glued on, and all the hardware is attached to that needed to be put on. So you get the bushings for the front, and you get the tuners in the back. The other thing I will say is the tuners were really hard to turn and needed to be oiled as well. But kind of a fun build, fun, neat idea. So if you have a school where students study ukulele and you have a PTSO and they offer experiences, here's an idea, is offer a build your own ukulele kit. And then if you can work with the art teacher like I did, the art teacher helped them with the painting, and we let them sort of go from music and art to finish this project a little bit. And then the art teacher finished it with a little bit of a clear overspray, like polyurethane or something like that. And then I help with making sure that it's set up. The action did have to be lowered on both, and so it's playable, ready to go. And you've got a great project for your students there, and kind of a neat fundraiser. The Ohana kit starts at about, I think, $85 or so. We ordered ours from Aloha City, which is in Illinois, just because it was quick shipping and they had them in stock. They showed them as having them in stock, so Matt sent them. And I think the students that bought these are going to really enjoy having them. Hey, it is the next day. The ukuleles have gone to their new owners. And as I was packaging things up, I looked at the instructions that were sent with the Ohana CK-Kit and wanted to read this. It says this: notice, it is recommended to have painted and finished your designs on the body of the ukulele using commercial wood paint or basic acrylic paint before assembling it. Check your local art stores for a variety of paints and varnishes that can be applied without any technical knowledge. Before you start painting, sand off any surface irregularities with fine sandpaper 800 plus grit. Make sure that all surfaces on the instrument are free of dust and dirt. It is recommended that you first try out the color and technique on another piece of wood. After letting the paint dry completely, polish or varnish the ukulele to seal and protect the instrument and your artwork. Sand off any irregularities with fine sandpaper, 800 plus grit again, and reapply the polish or varnish depending on the type of finish you want. Make sure not to polish too strongly and end up removing your paint. The only other thing I wanted to point out is that on the diagram, they also show where you attach the bridge. And originally the bridge was attached through the drill holes, but now that goes right underneath the saddle. But otherwise, it's just a little diagram showing you how to put it together. Again, my minor criticisms of this ukulele is I do think that it should be paint ready when you receive it for the price. I do think that perhaps the tuners should be oiled a little bit before they're sent to you, because they were really, really hard to turn. And I would like to see the little decorative piece here that goes on the bridge sort of have a recessed place on the bridge for that, so it just doesn't stick up, because it's easy to rip off just glued on. So if it actually be nestled in there, that'd be nicer. Those are real minor gripes, because the instrument sounds good. It plays well, although I did have to set it up. But nonetheless, I did want to say that the need for us sanding before you paint it is in the instructions. I just wish it didn't have to be, again, at that price point. That concludes this video about the Ohana CK-Kit and a way, maybe, for your school to do a fundraiser and offer an opportunity to students. We also talked about it today, the art teacher and I, that a class could all sign it, and then you could do bidding on who gets the ukulele with everybody's signatures on it, something like that. It's really kind of a neat idea, and it's nice to do it with a quality ukulele like an Ohana rather than just a very cheap one off the internet. And I built those too. If you want to check those out, you can visit the Steven Universe ukuleles that my son and I built together a few years ago here on the channel as well, from very inexpensive kits off the internet. All right, with all that, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.